Kemarin ternyata aku tidak live guys, karena aku capek dan mengantuk. Jadi kali ini gua akan lebih lama, mungkin 3 jaman mungkin. Anjay, 3 jaman. Oke, kembali lagi bersama gua Nocturnal ID dari agensi AMEID yang entah di mana ketuanya menghilang guys. Oke. Jadi kali ini gua akan melanjutkan main quest ya kali ini ya. Tapi gua bakal tetap nyelesain side questnya dulu. Kayak tinggal 2 dan itu kayak sebentar. Jadi gue bakal lanjutin main questnya, karena main questnya kemarin nyangkut di side quest, karena kita harus nyelesain side questnya dulu guys. Jadi kita lanjutin ya. Nah yang ini nih sebentar lagi selesai, karena ini tinggal beberapa hari lagi. Wait until the session clear up. Kemudian di sini kita harus nemuin Fritz dan Matthew lagi. Setelah kita dapat yang pekerjaannya mereka kemarin, akhirnya kita disuruh lihat perkembangannya gimana di tempat dia bekerja gitu. Apakah goblok dan udah dikasih bantuan pekerjaan sama orang dalam, tapi kalau dia nggak suka gitu, bang gua gak cocok di sini, itu namanya tolol. Kenapa lu minta bantuan? Jadi kita lanjut. Terakhir Matthew itu ada ini ada di sini. Nanti kita tidur sebentar di sini karena kita terlihat ngantuk ya akhirnya ya. Kalau sebelumnya kita udah nyewa ya guys, ini tuh gratis guys, meskipun tulisannya tuh beberapa hari ya gitu, sewa untuk beberapa malam, tapi nyatanya tuh lebih dari yang kalian kira guys. Kita bisa mandi dulu ya guys ya.
What's the fuck?
How do you like it at the mill, Fritz? It's got to be better than the mines.
It's worse here than at Scarlet's. There you could disappear without anyone noticing. But here...
But why would you want to disappear? Nimoy isn't here.
No, he's not. But the local foreman is an even bigger ass.
I'm not sure that's possible.
You better believe it. I'd like to pay him back for everything and drown him in the river.
Kita bantu ya, tapi dia nggak suka sama pekerjaannya. Ngapain?
And what do you want to do about it? Do you think you can come to an agreement?
No fucking chance. Matthew hopes so because he likes it here. It's true the work's better than the mines, but the pay's worse.
So how do you plan on dealing with it? Leaving?
Perhaps. But first, I want to give Thomas a proper trouncing. I mean a real thrashing.
And you think that will help?
Maybe. Maybe it'll knock some sense into that fat head of his. Or he'll be too frightened to mess with me.
That might help.
So why don't you arrange a fight with him? If we win, he'll leave us alone. Oh, we could...
What?
We could lure him off someplace far away and then wait for him. Maybe to play dice with Lawrence. He would have to go through the dark woods.
I'll think about it.
See you later.
Apa ini anjir?
Hey, Henry.
I've heard you don't have it easy here.
So you spoke to Fritz then? I bet that wasn't quite how he put it.
No, not quite. Apart from Thomas's name, the rest was mostly swear words.
I can imagine. I've been hearing the same from him all week. The foreman here is a pain in the arse. He's trying either to wear us to the bone or force us to leave.
And what do you want to do about it? Just run away?
Actually, I'd like to stay here. At least for a bit. I never would have thought I'd like working at a mill. But not with him around. It's unbearable. And there's no one I can complain to. But you could.
Me? Do you think they'll listen to me?
They did once already, didn't they? They hired us because of you. You could have another word with them.
Back then, making promises was enough. Now, it will be worse.
You can forget about the miller. It's Thomas you need to convince. The miller takes his opinion seriously. So, will you do it for us? Again?
Fine. I'll try and talk to him.
I'm glad. But try not to get on his wrong side. You won't get anywhere with him then.
I'll keep that in mind. I'd like to ask about that.
Good luck then.
I'm honored that you should come to me.
So what do you think about the workers I brought you?
If I hadn't put in a good word for them, the miller would have thrown them out by now.
I heard them say something else.
So they're complaining, are they? I provide for them, and all they do is slack off.
Isn't it the miller who provides for them?
He can't manage the work anymore. If it weren't for me, there'd be nothing left standing around here.
But you need the help anyway. And they're pretty handy.
Maybe, but they're in no danger of overworking themselves. They act like they're too good for the mill, and I saw them eyeing up Jane.
Nothing strange about that. She's a pretty girl, and she's of an age to marry.
It's not marriage they've got on their minds. They'd have their way with her, then before her belly started to grow, they'd have run for the hills.
Look, we can reach an agreement. You need the mill fixed, they need the money. If they have peace to do their work, they'll be able to finish it faster.
But
And then they'll take their groschen and leave. The mines will open again, and the faster they get their money, the quicker they'll be gone.
But do you really think I can trust them to do it? Will they do their work and leave? And leave Jane alone in the meantime?
Of course. They're not interested in the mill. They just need the coin to pay their debts. Once they've got enough, they'll have no reason to stay here.
I never thought we could sort it out this way.
I've known them for a long time, and you can rely on them when it comes to this. Everybody will be better off.
All right. If they keep their part of the bargain, I'll even give them a few extra groschen. But woe betide them if they don't. You can tell them that.
Greetings, Henry.
Tidur.
It took some doing, but I made a deal with him.
I'm glad to hear it. So we can stay here? He'll leave us be?
He'll leave you alone, but there are conditions. Once you finish your job, you'll vanish from here. But you'll get an extra groschen or two for your troubles.
And that's it? I thought... Never mind.
Oh, and you're to stop dallying with the miller's daughter. Keep on mucking about with her and you'll muck things up for yourselves.
The fucking bastard. He can go fuck himself. He'd better give us enough groschen to make it worth it. But I suppose I should thank you.
Gitu dong.
You may have bought us some peace and quiet, and that's better than nothing. Here's something for your help. See you later.
Tidur. Udah ya, kelar ya. Sekarang kita kembali ke desa. Kita kembali ke desa sini guys. Untuk beberapa hari kan daripada nunggu di situ kan mending kita melakukan sesuatu yang sebenarnya tidak berguna. Mandi. Kita akan mandi di sini. Mana nih? Nggak ada anjir.
Well, I never.
Ya.
Yeah.
Ini nggak satu orang tuh ya? Apa? Siapa namanya tuh, lupa aku. Ini mati nih. Oh mati ya. Mungkin butuh 2 hari kali ya. Ini parah sih. Kalau sampai malam sini deh. Jangan seharian juga kali ya. Nah sampai sini baru kita turun.
Damn it, I'm hungry.
Ada kasur nih. Nah. Deng 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 deng. Makan dulu.
Oh.
Mana tuh?
Jesus Christ be praised.
How's it looking, Melikar?
I'm glad to see you, Henry. I'd like to thank you again. Everyone is cured. It's nothing short of a miracle.
Oh, that's a relief. You've suffered enough. We've all suffered enough.
God's truth. You know, the folk here are truly grateful. They'd have you and Nicodemus canonized if they could. They brought me gifts for the two of you. I wasn't keen on the idea at first. We're not left with much since the livestock died. But since you're here...
Well, that's kind of them. Give them my thanks.
Sure. They'll be glad you stopped by. Good luck to you.
Oke. Ya doang lah, masa nggak tolak. Meskipun dia kesusahan hidupnya. Duit bro, duit. Oke, udah nggak ada set questnya guys. Waktunya kita lanjut ke main quest. Main questnya dekat kita.
Ya!
Belok sih. Jangan trip ya nih. Udah ya, jelek. Nah, ada ini guys. Jadi kita bisa ngaktifin skill guys. Selain tuh lihat tuh sebelah kiri, di sebelah darahnya itu ada kayak icon cermin ya, orang lagi bercermin
Ya.
gitu. Itu naikin karisma sebenarnya.
Ya!
Serenjuk goblok.
God be with you, Henry. Congratulations on winning the tournament. I'm proud.
I've returned from Merhoyed, sir.
How does it look now?
I brought them help from the monastery. Brother Nicodemus and Johanka from Skalitz. Fortunately, Nicodemus was able to cure the disease. Well, at least what he's doing looks promising so far.
Thank Christ. Some good news for a change. What about the captive? Did you question him?
He was infected too.
I see. Did he survive?
Fortunately, he survived and I had a chance to question him.
What did you find out?
He was transporting the false coins to Pribyslavitz. He got them from some merchant called Menhart.
I don't know him.
Neither do I. But I know where the money's handed over. It's not far from Rovna, and this Menhart should be waiting there about now.
Excellent, Henry. We mustn't let this opportunity slip through our fingers. You go there and put pressure on this Menhart to tell us what he knows. Don't go yet. There's something I'd like to talk to you about. God be with you.
Apa yang mau dibicarakan, Sarajit?
You haven't disappointed me. Nothing against Bernard, Robert, or any of those others. But none of them could find out as much as you. At least not without beatings and torture. And that doesn't always work. You're a godsend, lad.
Thank you, sir.
Now go and find out who's behind everything, and then we'll deal with them.
Yes, sir. Sir,
What is it?
sometimes I ask myself what it all means. Why does God allow such things to happen? All this slaughter and revenge, over and over.
It's a hard question. I'm no theologian. But long ago I came to the conclusion that the only thing that makes sense is that it's all a trial. Life is one long series of problems to solve. The more you solve, the better a man you become.
I never thought about it that way.
Well, just look at the pampered ones who have no concerns in life, like young Lord Capon, for instance. I shudder to think how he will rule when his time comes. Tribulations spawn in life over and over again, and we must stand our ground and face them. So, I go to Sasso and solve this one.
You can rely on me, sir.
Tiba-tiba disuruh ke Sasa aja.
luck, son.
Susah aja. Gua masih menguap guys, maklum guys, gua baru bangun tidur. Oh, katanya kesasa buka ngerofna ini anjing. Tamberg. Satu jembatan stop. All the glister. Kita live agak lama ya guys, karena kemarin gue kan nggak live ya.
Good God, what a bloody mess. This is valuable. Someone was wounded here. It looks like another. I'm on the right track. Blood. Another clue. I must be going the right way. Charcoal burners. This way. It looks like blood. I'm on the right track. Blood.
Oh ini dalam tuh.
I'm at your service, Sir Knight.
What happened at the crossroads?
Huh?
Listen, there's corpses lying on the road out there, a ransacked wagon, and a trail that leads right here. Now, you seem to be honest and friendly folk, not marauding cutthroats. So I prefer to believe you don't have anything to do with it.
But
if you don't start helping me, I might change my mind.
I don't know nothing, and I haven't seen nothing. If you want to know something about it, just ask Boria. I don't want nothing to do with it.
Who is this Boria?
Boria cracks the whip around here. You'll recognise him by his red cap.
Thank you.
God be with you.
Apa ini di sini ya dalamnya?
Who are you?
Never mind that. I've come to help you.
Thank God. I thought I'd breathe my last here. Lucky for me, my guardian angel comes bursting through the door.
I'm no angel, so you'll have to answer a few questions before you get my help.
Oh, well. I knew it wouldn't be that easy.
Who ambushed that wagon?
A knight. He's been following us for a while.
And where did he go?
I don't know. I got a beating, and then I passed out.
Do you know what you were carrying in that wagon?
I never asked Menhart that.
Who is it you work for? Who did the wagon belong to?
To Menhart. He's some kind of merchant who hired me for protection. But that's all I know.
And where's this Menhart disappeared off to?
No idea. I blacked out after the attack. Only came to my senses once I got here. I don't even know where here is.
Can I see your wound?
Are you a quack?
Sort of. That's a deep wound to the flank and you're still losing blood. You need to staunch it.
Will you help me?
I can try. Tell me more about the night.
Where's the coin?
What coin?
I will not repeat the question.
I don't know about any coin.
Where are those sacks you took from the wagon?
Sacks! They're behind the shed.
That's him! That's got to be that knight!
Is that all? Did you take anything else?
Fuck! Stop! Stop right there!
Thumbnail.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Ini nggak ada panah kah gua anjing?
Ya.
Padahal tadi dekat tuh.
Damn. Well, I suppose it doesn't matter
Yeah.
as long as he goes back to the Sasau Inn.
Ah, goblok anjing. Ah, nggak mau. Ah, dongo kata gua mah. Panahnya ini loh, pakai nggak ada anak panahnya. Kata gua mah goblok aja. Situ 6 itu kan lumayan ya buat ditembak ya. Wah, ini pakai ada bandit lagi. Apa sih?
Kurva fick! God, help me! That's a...
Get him!
Atas, kiri, bawah kiri. Wah, ini dikeroyok. Iya kan nih.
Scheiße!
What's the matter? Come on!
Motherfucker!
Have enough, boy?
Dear God!
Uns. All right, enough. I give up. You hear?
Sekarat tuh gua tuh anjing. Lah gua gak punya ban lagi.
Well,
Hampir mati guys. Dikeroyok guys, tiba-tiba ada bandit. Itu bisa begini ya?
Who is that? It seems I have finally met my match.
I want to know everything. Who you are, why you're here, and what you know about the ambushed wagon.
You may call me Ulrich. I will tell you nothing more until you give me some assurances.
Assurances? How about this? If you talk, I'll spare you.
Do you expect me to believe that? I know full well how these stories end. I have been at the other end of the sword more times than you can count.
I give you my word.
The word of a thief? Jesus. It is true what the preachers say. This world has gone quite mad. You had better kill me. I'm finished, anyway. Just as you are.
Unlike you, I'm not a criminal.
You believe that the forging of money is an honest trade?
I've got nothing to do with that. I'm not a forger, I'm the one investigating.
What? What are you saying?
I'm in the service of Sir Radzig Kobyla, Governor of Skalitz and Royal Hetman.
Then we have something in common. I also am here under orders from above.
From who?
Perhaps you might sheath that weapon, so that we may talk eye to eye. If we do indeed have a common cause.
Stand up.
It is true our meeting has not begun well. But if it is the truth that you are sent by Kobyla, then we can assist each other.
What do you mean?
I found out many things, but there are still questions I cannot answer. And the last man who knew anything is now dead.
Who died?
What man was that?
Meinhard, the merchant from Passau. Listen, I will explain everything to you, but first, I need you to do something for me.
Oh, really?
You will introduce me to a certain person, and I will tell you everything I've learned.
Who do you mean?
Master Tobias Pfeiffer. If you truly serve Sir Radzig, then you must know him.
I think I know who you mean. What do you want him for?
I have here a written confession which tells how those forgeries are made. But I do not understand such technical matters. Master Pfeiffer, however...
We'll definitely be able to make sense of it. And you'll give it to me, just like that?
It seems I have little choice. This is the last lead I have. In the meantime, I will return to Sassau and see what I might learn there.
What's your name, anyway?
I told you. I am...
Just Ulrich?
It is enough.
Because you look like a knight. They seldom have just one name.
It is true. I have a horse, armor, a sword, and a shield. But there are many ways to acquire such things these days. As I am sure you know.
So you're not a knight?
I am a trustworthy soldier in the service of a nobleman. That is all you need to know.
All right then, Ulrich. Let's leave it at that. Who are you working for?
I understand why you wish to know, but this does not mean I am at liberty to tell you.
That sounds a bit fishy.
It is simply that my master does not wish to be revealed. And if we are to help one another, that is how it must remain.
Tell me what you know about the false coins.
Do you know Passau?
No, what is it?
A city in Bavaria. Passau is a city of trade. All the currencies in Christendom change hands there.
I see. And that would include Prague groschen?
Some months ago, counterfeit groschen were discovered to be circulating there. They are made from copper plated with silver. The Passau alderman began to investigate and learned that a family of money changers was involved. They were bringing the forged coins in from Bohemia and sending back real ones. My liege lord is allied to the Passau alderman, so they requested that he deal with the matter.
And so he sent you?
Yes. He needed a man that he could trust absolutely.
And what about that wagon? What happened there exactly?
I followed Menhard from Passau. I had reason to suspect a connection with Sassau.
Why did you let them get here before attacking?
I wanted to discover where they hand over their coins, which I failed to do. Besides, Menhard had an armed escort, and they kept 2 busy roads and lodged at inns throughout their journey, until he came to this god-forsaken track. I cannot guess why he came here, but it was the perfect opportunity to strike.
What do you mean about the connection with Sassau?
The matter was investigated in Passau, and the executioner extracted information from those who were arrested. They told him that the coins were made in a monastery.
What, in the monastery itself?
I cannot say. I know only what the Passau scribe wrote down in his reports of the interrogations.
So they were transporting false groschen on that wagon?
Yes. On their way here, they brought real coin. Groschen, forints, francs and the like. But now, the sacks are full of counterfeits.
What happened on that track?
I ambushed them. I took down 2, but that bastard Menhard cut the horses loose and rode away.
What next?
While I was chasing Menhard, those charcoal burners came and stole what they could. Before I could catch him, his horse threw him and he broke his neck.
So we won't get anything out of him?
Unfortunately not.
Aneh banget anjing. Jatuh, palanya bengkok, meninggal anjing.
What happened to Menhard?
He is dead.
I know, but
I buried it. He was a bastard. But I am not one to leave Christian remains rotting in the woods.
I see. And where's his grave?
He ran from the wagon uphill along the path to the north. Along the way there is an old ruined cabin. I buried him behind it. And don't think I don't know why you ask. Robbing graves is shameful.
I'd say that's the pot calling the kettle black.
You're mistaken. I have many deaths on my conscience. But robbing the dead, that's something I have no stomach for.
Okay.
Very well. I'll go and see Master Fayfar.
Godspeed. I will wait in Sassau at the Wagoner's Inn.
Capek anjir pakai. Mati itu mati ya. Untung gue punya ini nih, skill ini guys. Last gaps anjing, 50-50 lu bisa bertahan dari serangan fatal nih. Mati gitu guys. Dan meskipun gue mati guys, gue tetap bisa. Rata-rata ya. Katanya Sasau nih berapa kali lo bilang Sasau, tapi ke tempatnya bukan Sasau ujung-ujungnya. Pertama aku harus ngomong ke ini dulu kali ya. Ke sini dulu kali ya. Ngomong ke Serajik gimana? Bong 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 bong. Jung 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 jung. Segini kali ya besar ya. Jelek banget ya ini ya. PNG-nya ada putih-putihnya sampingnya. Sekarang gue cuma ngapus belakangnya doang. Pakai AI lagi. Ngapusnya itu pakai itu, remove background.
Yeah.
Ah! Watch what you're doing! There's people walking here!
God be with you, lad. What can I do for you? Take care. Look out.
God be with you, lad. What can I do for you?
Master Fayfar, I need to speak with you. I found out something about the counterfeit coin.
Did you really? Do tell.
Close to Rovna, I came across a wagon that was transporting the false coins. Unfortunately, I came too late. The carter and his men were dead.
Damn and blast. Do you know who did it?
Yes. A certain knight turned up there. Turned out he was also after the forgers.
Well, that is indeed unexpected. Tell me, what did he say?
His name is Ulrich. He looked like a knight, but he refused to show his master's colours.
Ulrich, you say? Could be anyone. Can you describe him?
An older man with a moustache. But for all his grey hairs, he seemed pretty tough to me.
Doesn't match anyone I've heard of. But then we don't even know if Ulrich is his real name.
I asked him who his liege was, but he refused to tell me.
We live in such strange times. In days past, knights would vie with each other to see who could extol their liege's name the loudest. And today, they take assumed names, hide their emblems, and sneak around the land like thieves.
I got the impression he was hiding his identity because his master's at odds with Sir Radzig.
That may well be. As a staunch supporter of the king, Sir Radzig has many enemies.
He told me that the fake money was being taken to Passau in exchange for gold coins. Then that real money was being brought back to the Bohemian lands.
That would explain why those fakes bear the Passau countermark.
His master is allied with the Passau alderman, and they told him to sort it all out.
I wonder who could be behind it all.
He gave me these documents to show you. He seemed to think they prove he was telling the truth. They're the records of the interrogations in Passau, and some other things he said you'd understand better than him.
Let me see. We, the aldermen of the city of Passau. Interrogation held this day. Put to pen by the questor. The place of origin is a monastery in the land of Bohemia. Which certainly confirms my suspicion that something underhand is going on in Sasso. Coin assay report. Copper core coated with amalgam. But this is interesting. Here's an outline description of how the forgeries are made. I'll have to study it more closely. We command Herr Ulrich to investigate and let no man stand in his way. This looks like the original safe conduct. It has the seal of the Passau alderman, but they certainly didn't pen this.
How do you know?
I recognize the hand. It's a Clement of Kaplitz, the high scribe of the Rosenbergs.
The Rosenbergs? Who's that?
A rich and powerful family in South Bohemia. Burgrave Henry III is a great rival of our King Wenceslas.
So what does all this mean?
Well, it certainly explains why your knight is so mysterious. Anyway, we should be careful. And we shall begin our investigation. The documents show they use silver amalgam for coating copper fakes. That's a lead we can follow.
What?
Silver amalgam. It's produced from quicksilver and silver.
Well, that doesn't sound like something just anyone can get hold of.
You're quite right. You will go to Sasso at once. Look around the forges in the city. Someone must be working copper for them. I, meanwhile, will take counsel with Sir Radzig and then follow after you.
Where shall we meet?
At the inn on Sasso Market Square.
Sasso. Nah, ini baru Sasso.
Good luck to you.
God be with you.
Kita ke Sassau. Kita ke Sassau. Kita ke Sassau. anjir, udah malam aja nih dunia. Ini kali dia tiba-tiba malam.
What the?
Hey, I'm at your...
Hey, you stop over there.
Don't move a finger! Surrender! You're...
Panggil.
Enough is enough. I'm really sick of upstarts who think the law doesn't apply to them. Don't tell me you don't know everyone has to carry a light at night. You should have thought twice about what you're doing. That will land you a fat fine.
Segitunya lu marah sama gua, lu pengen uang atau lu apa? Don't miss me with that, bro. Huh?
Are you pulling my pizzle? Don't you know who I am? You better watch your step, or I'll make things so hot for you, you'll be lucky to get a job slopping out piss pots.
But I was just... You misunderstood me. Sorry. You can go.
God be with you.
Suruh cari apa? Udah gua anjir. Lupa. Udah segini lupa anjir.
Ya. Ya. Ya.
Di dalam.
I'll be with you.
My friend, you're a trader. Help me out here. I'm after some quicksilver.
Well, I've been there several times myself and come back empty-handed. They fobbed me off 3 times over.
And who exactly are you talking about? Who's holding back the goods on you?
The monastery overseer, or his assistant, more like.
So what did the overseer have to say to you?
Nothing. Apparently he doesn't deal in such trifles. Leaves it all to his assistant, the pompous git.
What do you need quicksilver for?
I don't. They do. To mix up the red pigment for me. I'm painting the church in Ujits. Can you imagine how stupid those biblical scenes look without red?
Not really.
Then be glad you can. My eyes hurt just to imagine it.
Surely such valuable material can't just vanish. Where can it be?
I wish I knew. Every time I ask for the red paint, there's a different reason why they haven't got the quicksilver to mix it. Once they said the goods never arrived, and another time that the wagon carrying it was ambushed. Then it went astray somewhere.
And you think they're lying?
Jesus, what do I know? But it seems pretty strange to me. 3 times in a row the same thing goes missing. There's bad luck and then there's something else.
That's all I need to know for now.
Ah. But wouldn't you care to buy something before you go? Or play a game? I really need some money. I've been waiting here a while and my stay's getting expensive.
Oke.
There's always time for some dice. Let's see what you can do.
Good luck to you.
Ngajak main kan, ya mungkin kalau kita ngajak main dia mungkin bicara lebih jauh lagi gitu. Jadi ya oke lah. Ajak dia main.
So, bring it on.
Don't be such a coward.
Cursed luck!
Basta. Bas.
Don't be such a coward.
Salah. Kok aku satu doang langsung pass ya? Goblok anjing. Gua lupa orang hitung dulu.
No, I daren't.
Scroll dulu anjing.
That'll do me.
Udah menang dah. Oh, blok ya.
Well, Master Painter, are you still short of coin?
Yes, unfortunately. And my offer still stands. Don't you want to buy something? Or throw a few dice?
Why not? Show me what you have to offer.
Take care now.
Ini.
Can we do something about the prop? Here, with a little something on top for good measure.
Well now, thank you very much.
Masih.
Good health.
Do you work any copper here, Master Black?
Right you ask.
I'm looking into a few things here.
Looking into things?
I'm on the trail of a gang of counterfeiters.
Well, that's a serious business, but to answer your question, no. I don't work copper here.
Aha. What can you tell me about the Sasau blacksmiths?
Well, there's Mikesh. He's honest enough. And then there's Master Otter. He used to have talent, but now he's too old and too proud to admit it.
So back to that copper, Master Blacksmith.
What? I thought I told you I don't work with copper.
Aha.
Take care now.
Pas banget. Aduh, gua udah kopur. Aha. Nah, aku mau ngomong sama Ulrik anjing dari tadi.
Ya.
Ulrik. Sana dia aja Ulrik nih. Dia orang sah tuh, jangan dikasih tahu dulu. Astaga, suruh dulu.
Ya.
Ini kita ada di C nih continue investigasi in overseas office. Ada nggak orang merampok pakai obor kayak gini biar terang, kan aneh ya. Very hard. Ini urutan ini kan very hard. Ada yang kunjungan di sini? Nggak ada anjing. Kenapa harus very hard? Oh ini. Very hard tapi nggak ada apa-apa itu buat apa ya? Ke C bro, ke C bukan di A. Jauh banget dari situ ya. Di C doang ini. Nah di sini doang. Jauh-jauhnya ke sana. This is change the item pickable was kayaknya nggak ngerampok deh kita. Kayaknya kita disuruh ngomong deh sebenarnya. Ini kita disuruh ngomong deh.
God be with you.
I'm looking for some quicksilver. Would you have any on hand?
Talk to my assistant. He deals with such trivial matters.
Fine, thank you.
It was young Zmola. What? Zmola? Sweet. Dead. I killed him in self-defense.
So is that the end of it, do you think?
It looks that way. I don't know if he had any cronies, but if he did, they'll be lying low from now on.
I'm glad to hear that. After all the horrible things that have happened, we'll have to reconsecrate part of the monastery.
Farewell.
Aneh. Misinya jauh banget, Cuk. Semua lah, Cuk.
Why are you waking me?
Mau ngobrol, mau talk aja tuh dia tidur nggak bisa diajak ngobrol gitu. Udah ngapa juga di game.
I'm at your...
Do you have any quicksilver in stock?
Who's asking?
Nobody. I'm just asking.
Then I don't have any.
That sounds almost as if you don't want to sell it to me.
It's not that I don't want to. It's that I can't.
Bollocks. Tell me this instant what you've done with the goods.
Nothing! And I'd advise you to calm down. We're on hallowed ground.
You're a fine one to speak of hallowed ground, a lying thief in monastic robes. What next? A whore dressed as a nun?
This is blasphemy.
I'll give you blasphemy. I'm sure you know what our Lord did to the money changers in the temple.
What do you mean? You're not going to hurt me, are you?
Tell me what's going on here and I won't have a reason to.
Jesus. But I didn't know anything about any counterfeiting.
For your sake, I hope that's true. Now tell me what's been going on.
I swear, I wouldn't normally do anything like that.
Get to the point.
They came for me at noon. Directly to the office. The overseer was somewhere on his rounds. Some night, it was. Without a crest. Armed. He called himself Sir Jezek, and he had a lackey with him called Rapota. A scruffy fellow with a yellow cape. Always whistling he was. They told me they wanted all the quicksilver we ordered for the monastery. Of course, I told him that wouldn't be possible.
And then what? Did they threaten you?
Not at first. They tried to bribe me, and when I refused, they started threatening.
How did you hand it over to them?
I take it up the hill behind the monastery here. There's a big tree there with a small chapel underneath. Yeah. Sometimes Rapota is there waiting for me. If not, I leave it there.
What did they threaten you with?
They said they know people in the monastery. That they'd have me thrown out and beaten for stealing.
And you had been stealing? I mean, before then?
You know how it is. I work my fingers to the bone and they pay me a pittance.
So they knew about you?
Yes, they knew my name, everything.
Very well. Thank you.
Farewell.
I'll have to get something to eat. I'm starting to get hungry.
Tenang aja, kita nih makanan di mana aja ada guys.
Ya.
Sekarang kita opsional ini ya. Banyak banget opsionalnya anjir. Urutnya agak satu, langsung aja ke D gitu. Tapi jangan deh ngobrol ke interface. Urut ke belakangan aja. Ini mah agak susah orang.
Ya.
God.
God bless you. What troubles you?
You look different, Master.
So as to fit in.
Hmm.
I don't want it known that I'm in town.
Right.
So what have you found out so far?
I found out where they get their quicksilver from. You were right, it was the monastery.
It was the only logical explanation.
It changed hands on the hill behind the monastery.
Have you been there to have a look around?
Not yet.
Maybe it would be worth the time.
I'll go and see.
And have you found out who's behind it?
Someone called Rapiter.
Not much, but it's a start. At least it's not a common name. Listen, Henry, I had another thought on the way here. Those counterfeiters have to have a punch die to make the fake coins.
Yes, of course.
That's sophisticated work. There's a man I know who works at the monastery yard. Master engraver Jerome of Silesia.
You don't suppose that he's...
No, not that, God forbid. I know him well. He'd never do anything like that. But he runs an engraving workshop, so he might have heard something.
Very well, I'll ask him.
Okay.
But ask with tact. I don't want him getting offended. And I prefer you not to mention me at all.
I'll try to think of something. That's all.
Take care now.
Kelar. Nggak kelar juga sih, masih udah dibukain. Check out. Ini sahabat gue tuh banyak nih. Opsionalnya banyak banget aja nih. Dia kan speak with Udah kan opsional, nanti aja lah. Kecil dulu yuk. Ya.
I'm honored that a knight such as you takes an interest in me.
How goes the work, Master?
Getting there, getting there. You need something, my boy?
You've got quite a large workshop, Master. You don't do all the work alone, surely?
I'm usually here with my apprentice, Florian. Of course, by simple observation, you'll note that this is not currently the case, and I'm here alone. Which means that either I'm a liar or something out of the ordinary has occurred.
I see. I think. So what's happened to Florian?
He shares the fate of the pharaohs for today. The fifth scourge of Egypt did smite him, the plague. Or so his message advised me.
Jesus Christ, the plague?
Do remain calm. I'm quite certain the plague from which Florian is suffering wasn't a judgment from on high. Or if it was a judgment on excessive drinking. I'm told such an ailment can be of truly biblical proportions.
Okay. Does Florian have any enemies?
A man such as he certainly owes money at every turn, and the parents of local girls are undoubtedly displeased with his attempts to propagate. However, most recently it was that fury from the baths who accosted him in quite a spectacular rage.
Okay.
What's he like, your apprentice, Flor?
I'm afraid that his exuberant youth has taken its toll. He's been
I don't really know what you mean.
Recently, for example, he told me that someone was following him. And the very next day he bought a padlock from the blacksmith and locked up his chest. As though I would ever sneak into it. In any case, why the interest? Are you looking for him?
Something like that.
May I ask?
He owes me money.
Naturally. Dice or boozing, was it? Pray do tell.
Both.
Sodom and Gomorrah are too good for the boy. Here you go. I'll dock his wages.
Thank you, Master. You're most kind. But I'd rather get it from him myself.
If you think he'll have anything to give, please yourself. About your question, you'll find him at home. No doubt feverishly dying. He sleeps in the baker's cellar.
Ah.
Kenapa bathhouse?
A woman from the baths? What did she do?
The harpy nearly tore all Florian's hair out. I don't frequently feel sorry for my ne'er-do-well apprentice, but on that occasion...
Do you have any idea why she did it?
She was screaming about some girl, some flighty bath maid, Esther. I would say that Florian had felt the joys of spring and acted accordingly.
Thank you. I'll leave you to your work.
May the Lord watch over you.
Namanya Florian nih mas. Bisa cewek nih. Terus kita ke Florian.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Mother of God. You look like...
I'm interested...
And what is it you'd like?
I'll certainly need a physician.
I'm sure you... May the Lord watch over you.
The Batman will make a new man of you. What the fuck? Kena anak cu.
God watch over...
I hear you're at odds with Apprentice Florian.
At odds? I'll give you at odds. It's that sod's fault they took my Esther. Poor girl. I shudder to think what's become of her.
I assume that Florian knows this, Esther.
You know village girls. They don't get much of a choice. Every other knave has a turnip for a brain, and if they don't, they're relatives. And then some young dandy turns up who writes her little poems. What's the poor girl to do? And this is how it ends. She should have stuck with the turnip heads.
What exactly happened?
This man came in wanting a bath, and Esther with it. She doesn't normally, and suddenly I hear screams. So I run out, and I see the bastard pulling her out of the tent, and...
I'm sorry they took her, but what exactly has it got to do with Florian?
They shouted at me to tell Florian that when he wises up, he'll get...
Where can I find this Florian? I'd like to ask him a few questions.
He works in the engraver's workshop at the monastery craftsman's yard. And if he's not there, he'll be holed up like the rat he is in the cellar he rents from the baker.
It sounds like you were close to Esther.
I loved her like my very own. She came to me as an orphan, like a wolf child she was. I raised her and taught her and gave her a job, and now she's gone. Who knows if she's even alive?
What did the bailiff make?
Don't even get me started on that. He's another fine... I won't say.
How's that then?
He wouldn't tell me to my face, of course. But people here don't think much of us. There's some as reckon my Esther deserves what she got. Oh.
Okay.
May the Lord watch over you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Vegetables.
Yeah.
Good day to you.
You look quite sprightly for an invalid.
What? Who the hell are you?
My name's Henry, and I'm making inquiries for Sir Radzig Kobyla.
And what do you want from me?
Straight to the point then. All right. I've been investigating counterfeit money, and the trail led me straight to you. Does the name Rappator mean anything to you?
I don't know. Maybe?
Don't bother. I know you know him. You make the punch dies for the counterfeiters. How do you hand them over? Do you know where their workshop is?
I can't say anything. I'll deny everything and you've got nothing on me. No evidence, just accusations.
It's got something to do with that girl, hasn't it?
How do you know?
That doesn't matter.
No, I suppose not. I didn't want to get involved, I swear. Those bastards kidnapped Esther. If I don't cooperate, they'll kill her.
Who is Esther?
My girl, of course. That scum took her right out of the bathhouse.
Oh, pacarnya dicuri.
That doesn't begin to justify...
I don't care. This isn't about me. Listen, I'll tell you everything, I promise. But only if I know that Esther's safe.
What, so I'm to go searching for her in the woods?
I know where they're keeping her, but nobody will help me. And what can puny little me do faced with those strapping great villains?
Very well. I'll bring back your Esther.
Really?
Yes, but then you have to tell me everything.
I will. I swear to God Almighty. Please, just bring her back to me. Nothing else matters.
Where are they keeping her?
In the Skalitz Hills. There are some abandoned cottages around the mines. That's where I saw her last. They took me there when I said they had to let me speak to her.
All right. I'll go there and try and think of something.
You're my savior.
Don't get your hopes up. Anything could happen.
Good luck then.
Nih di sini maksudnya nih. Find the place where Esther buying her. Bisa ke sini, kita bisa ke sini sebenarnya. Baru ke sini. Rovna lebih dekat sih. Ini juga dekat nih sebenarnya. Kita akan lewat mana ya? Ini masih siang guys. Kita ke Rovna aja dulu kayak kali ya. Rovna kah guys? Atau sini? Oh, dari sini gua harus ke sini. Jauh. Kok ini kan jelas nih, set. Naik set. Nih di camp nih. Satu-satunya tuh cuma camp ini guys. Nggak bisa di sini guys. Ya kita dari Rovna ya. Oke. Scooby-Doo. Na 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 turut turut turut. Tapi serius guys, kalau jaringanku tiba-tiba hilang sih itu aku bakal end sendiri guys. Tapi gue harusnya tetap lanjut ya guys ya, jangan udahan ya, nggak gara jaringan hilang ya. Tapi ya gimana guys. Oke. lewat bawah ya. Sini ya. Sebenarnya bisa nih kayaknya lurus ke sini nih. Meskipun itu ada sungai. Ingat ya sungai-sungai di sini nih. Ya, pendek-pendek ya. Aduh. Ini lebih kayak parit dibanding sungai. Ya. Ya. Lebih parit dibanding sungai.
They won't hurt you now.
However did you find me?
Florian told me where they took you.
I'm a fool. I thought he was just a dandy, God knows why. And it turns out he's a villain in league with thieves. And a coward too. This whole time he knew where I was.
It's not Florian's fault. He was terrified they'd do something to you. They had him over a barrel.
You're right. Poor Florian must have been more scared than me.
I'd say so.
We should probably set off.
I still have something else to take care of here. Go by yourself.
I hope no one's lying in wait on the way. I couldn't bear to be recaptured.
You've nothing to be afraid of.
Thank you again for rescuing me.
Takut banget ya dia ditangkap lagi ya. Dongo kali ya. Sampai gue mau itu guys, apa namanya? Travel. Disuruh ngawal apa ngantar dia ke sana ngapain? Ya. Hilang tuh.
God save.
I found that Esther of yours.
Really? Thank you. But where is she?
Won't be long now. I got her out of their clutches, all right?
I'm speechless. How can I ever thank you?
By telling me all about the goings-on with Rapita.
They found me in the tavern one evening, caught me when I went to the shit pile. They started to badger me about working for them.
They?
Yes, Rapita. And a night they called...
And then what?
They explained what they wanted from me and I told them to sod off. It wasn't all that bad. They just threw me on the dung heap and left. And I thought it was just a drunkard's joke. But then they took Esther.
Where will I find Rapita?
He's usually wherever I am.
What does that mean?
He watches me. Everywhere I go. And when I'm at home, he sits on the bench in the square, watching my house.
So he's there now?
Hard to say. Sometimes I see him in the tavern on the green, buying supplies.
All right. At least I know where to start. And you go to work tomorrow, you hear?
Why?
Because we have to lure him out. And besides, your master will surely be glad to see you.
I have my doubts.
Why didn't you tell anyone?
At first, I took it for a bad joke. And then, when they snatched Esther, there was nothing to be done.
I suppose I'd better go. I'd hate the bastard to get away.
Good luck, and thanks for the help. Take care.
Check out the place where the material are handed. Find Rapota. Haha. Hey.
Are you Rapita by any chance?
Pardon me? Do we know each other?
No, but I'm hoping to change that.
Well, I don't have much time right now. I'd best be off.
It'll only take a moment.
All right then. What do you want?
I know you buy Quicksilver for those counterfeiters.
It seems there's no point making excuses.
None. Now tell me where their workshop is.
Of course. That will be the best solution.
So?
Let's leave it for another time.
Get him!
So, are you ready to talk?
I will. Just don't hurt me, please. What do you want from me?
Tell me where the workshop is. Don't worry. Your master won't be punishing you for betraying him. You're both gonna have too many other problems.
It's in the Skullet's mines.
Ya, gua baru
That
aja
doesn't
kesana
narrow it
tadi.
down very much.
On the eastern side of Skullet's Hill, there's an abandoned mine gallery. Well, it used to be abandoned. Now there's a small camp in front of it, and the workshop is inside.
Who are you, anyway?
They call me Rapota. I used to be the executioner's henchman in Brno.
And how did you come to be serving Sir Jezek?
I helped him escape from prison. If I was going to serve anyone, better Sir Jezek than the executioner.
So you saw a bit...
I thought if things changed and he stopped marauding, he might get run off back and take me into his service.
Well, after this little...
It's all the same anyway now. I've betrayed him.
Who is your lord?
Sir Jezek of Ronov.
What happened to it?
Ronov used to belong to Vincent, Count Lichtenberg. After his death, it fell to Margrave Jobst.
Why? Everyone knows that when a lord dies without issue, the king can confer his estate on whoever he pleases.
But Vincent had descendants. Ronov only fell to the Margrave because he declared them all because Vincent had refused to fight for him again. Sir Jezek led a revolt of the vassals, but Jobst rounded them all up. Only Sir Jezek got away. Since then, he's become the scourge of the domain.
So who's Sir Jezek working for? Don't tell me he just took it into his head one day to start forging coins.
That's not for me to know. Sir Jezek was on speaking terms with various lordships.
Such as?
We were often guests at the monastery, but I slept in the hayloft, so I heard nothing.
And apart from that?
In the camp, you'd occasionally see a Hungarian nobleman, but I don't know what he was doing there, or who he is.
I think I've heard enough.
Can I ask you something?
Yes?
I don't want to hang. It's a horrible death. I prefer you just kill me here and now.
Ah, you're not worth tainting my sword with your blood. Now get lost before I change my mind.
Ya. Habis ini aku bakal kasih tahu ya, oh aku udah memberi pelajaran ke Rakota. Jadi kamu sekarang bebas. Kalau nggak ada dialognya lagi sih, ya. Dah, dia hilang ternyata. Banyak yang itu ya, yang C. Kemudian di sini juga hilang. Ya. Opsional juga tuh yang nih tuh. Ya. Yeah.
I finally found out where the forger's workshop is. Master Fayfar was right. The forgers are sticking close to the supply source. Their workshop is somewhere in the mines. The entrance is on the eastern side of the hill. I've no idea what to expect there, but I'd rather go there with some backup.
I will be glad to give it. Lead on.
What the?
Weh, gimana anjir? Mau sana kah?
Look out.
Well, I never. The
That's
pig
him.
turns
Over
out
here!
villain.
Where is everyone? Quick!
Oh, slaughter. Damn!
Curse it! It's Typhus. What's the matter? Come on!
Come on, Rory. Gelap anjing.
Well,
Damn.
Dam-dim aja lu anjing. Maksudnya, ayo.
Look out.
Cepat.
Jesus Christ. Who are you and what are you doing here?
I'm here at the command of the royal hetman, Sir Radzig Kabila.
And who's he?
That's no concern of yours.
I'm sure we could come to some sort of agreement. I have plenty of coin.
We can come to an agreement that you'll keep your mouth shut. Please, don't take this personally.
Wait!
What? Do you want to do it? Be my guest. It gives me no pleasure.
You can't kill him. I have orders to take him to Ratai.
That is unfortunate. I have orders to kill everyone involved in this business.
You can't do that!
I have no choice, as you are aware.
Why do you want to kill him? He may have valuable information.
For that exact reason. My master does not wish this man to fall into the wrong hands, especially those of Radzig Kabila.
You can tell your lord the man is dead. He'll never find out.
But he will. Or do you think you can lock this man away from sight until Judgment Day?
Why not?
Do not be naive, boy. Look around you. This land swarms with rats and snakes, especially now. There is no secret that is not for sale. If I let you have him, my own head will be on a spike before the month is out.
You don't have to go back to the Rosenbergs.
How do you know about the Rosenbergs?
Master Fayfire recognized the writing on your letter of passage.
Just as I said, there is nothing safe from prying eyes in this land. And where would you suggest I go?
Into Sir Radzig's service. He needs people like you.
I serve Kabila. Out of the question. If he learned of all that I did for the Rosenbergs, he would hang me from the nearest tree. But you are right, I do not have to return to the Rosenbergs. In fact, I cannot.
Why not?
I am a knight without a crest, without allegiance. No one was meant to know whom I serve. If the Rosenbergs hear that I have been found out, they will see to it I vanish. They cannot afford to be associated with me.
Where will you go then?
Where the road takes me, as I have many times before. Farewell, Henry.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Clear. Oke, Thank you, Mr. Ulrich. Dan kamu, Sir Jack Hack.
Please, please. I'm sure we can come to some sort of agreement.
You can talk all you like, but not here and not to me. Let's go. Let's go. Master Fayfar is very keen to meet you.
Bagus juga ya. Kita nyerbu markasnya ke anunya dibantu gitu. Nah, karena gue sendiri itu sebenarnya agak susah. Kan rame ya. Aku bilang agak susah ya, bukan berarti gue nggak bisa. Kita dapat penjahat.
Good work, Henry. Thank you, Master Fayfar. It wasn't easy, I can tell you.
I'll take some men and have a good look around there.
And what should I do?
You should get some rest and go to Rate. In the meantime, Sir Radzig will have this wretch questioned. Maybe he'll get something useful out of him.
All right. I'll see you in Ratai then.
Itu kalau misalnya mati ya, kebunuh tuh, wah tuh mungkin kita clue-cluenya bakal ngilang tuh. Kita harus mencari lagi sendiri gitu, makin lama lagi, makin jauh lagi kita keliling dunia ya. Iya kan guys. Berarti itu ada pilihan guys. Kalau dia mati, kita bakal questnya makin kemana-mana gitu. Nah karena dia hidup, kita nggak perlu nyari clue sebanyak yang kalau dia mati gitu. Karena kita tinggal nunggu aja gitu. Cara ratai. Clear banget, clear.
Ya.
Gitu. Langsung ke ratai. Let's go. Bang 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 bang. Siapa yang tahu gitu loh. Bagus ya. Coba bayangin guys, kalau misalnya dia mati, kita bakal disuruh kemana, kita harus cari kemana, kita harus interogasi siapa lagi, kita harus mencari clue lagi. Ribet. Bayangkan kalau dia mati. Ini dia hidupnya nih untung banget nih, kita bisa dapat informasi yang banyak gitu. Dia jual koinnya itu siapa aja gitu, kerja untuk siapa, dan bla 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 bla.
Yeah.
What the?
Ah.
There's the man. Good work, Henry.
Thank you, sir.
I tell you to take a well-earned rest, but unfortunately I need one more thing from you.
Whatever you command.
Jezek refuses to talk to us. The stubborn bastard's asking to see you.
Me?
Indeed. Normally I'd send for Captain Burner to beat it out of him, but then I told myself that if he's so keen to speak to you...
I'll try to get something out of him. Where is he?
He's locked up in the tower. Bernard will give you the key.
Very well, sir.
There's someone there.
Mother of God!
Get the key, masalahnya ada get the key ini gimana? Aduh jauh banget. Padahal dekat kayak gini ya. Tapi aku lebih suka lewat sini. Halo Kak Nok, I'm new here. Welcome Kurai Tanuki dari Virais. Welcome. Thank you udah Anda subscribe kan ini subscriber only ya. Thank you. Kita harus minta kuncinya dulu guys ke orang yang ada di kok nyangkut yang di atas nih harusnya.
God be with you.
I need the key to Yezhek's cell.
So Radzig let him have his way in the end. He should have let me beat some answers out of him.
Don't take it that way. He probably wants to talk to me because he reckons he can hoodwink me. But that's where he's wrong.
Just try not to mess it up. Here's that key.
Thanks.
Dikasih tahu lu sama gua.
Take care.
Sama Henry. Wawancara itu bukan begitu. Wawancara interogasi itu bukan begitu, guys. Tidak perlu dengan kekerasan, tapi nanti kita beri kekerasan.
Ya.
Jatuh dari kuda, dongo.
Ya.
Level berkuda udah tinggi, masih ini jatuh.
Took it out.
Nah, itu di sini kalau nggak salah. Terus ke sini, terus ke bawah. Oke. Terus di sini unlock. Hey.
God be with you, Henry.
Yo, pergi. Kamu masih hidup?
Well, finally, I've had quite a wait.
Why do you want to talk to me, of all people?
You brought me here. You should consider it an honor.
It's true to say I have a lot of questions.
Well, there you are, then. It did cross my mind, though, that it might be nice to get some assurances for my cooperation. After all, I'm the one the Margrave unjustly declared the scourge of the land and expelled from Moravia. They even pulled my beautiful castle down. It was the necessity of making a living that forced me to take some liberties.
I suppose there's some truth in that. I may speak with Sir Radzig and he might pardon you, but not unless you start talking.
Very well, ask me anything you want. I won't be obstructive.
What I want to know most of all is who's behind it. Who are you making those forgeries for?
Do you think I couldn't have handled it all myself?
I'm not trying to insult you. It's just not a job one man could do alone.
All right, the way it began was I was short of coin, as usual. So I let those crimps in Sasau recruit me.
Recruit you into what?
I didn't inquire too much. In this business, you don't ask too many questions. But when they found out I wasn't just anybody, they put me in charge of the counterfeiting. A foreigner by the name of Eric gave me instructions. But for sure, he isn't the chief. And there's someone highly placed at the monastery who's mixed up in it too. But I don't know who.
This Eric, you reckon he's not the one in charge?
He puts on airs, but he's just a naive young pup. And he's always going on about his lord, though he never mentioned him by name.
Where can I find this Eric? You must have had some meeting place.
He used to come to the workshop unannounced. And after what's happened, I doubt he'll be showing his face there again.
How did you come to hear of all this business?
I met some old friends in Colleen a few months ago, and they said they were heading for Sasau, that armed men were being recruited, and they'll hire anyone.
And then what?
Rapota and I had been living off stale crusts for a month, so I wasn't going to turn down the chance of work, honest or otherwise. We rode to Sasau and met with the recruiters. It didn't take long to realize I was a nobleman fallen on hard times, not some common peasant.
Can you get to the point?
Well, they introduced me to this Eric, and he told me what was needed. They set up the workshop, got the men, the supplies, everything.
Crimps? You're telling me this Eric is recruiting armed men in Sasau?
Well, it seems so. I was giving the recruiters some of the coins to do it. The fake ones, of course.
Where can I find the recruiting gang?
That's tricky. It was my friends who led me to them. We met with them in the woods next to Sasau. It's about who you know, as always.
You said you gave them money. Where was that?
They'd ride to the mine gallery to see me. I don't suppose you'd find them there now.
If you say so.
Okay.
How did you come to hear of all this business?
I met some old friends in Colleen a few months ago, and they said they were heading for Sasau, that armed men were being recruited, and they'll hire anyone.
Old friends? Who were they?
Just a couple of brigands. We used to ambush the Margrave's messengers in Moravia together.
Nice friends you keep.
I was in dispute with the Margrave. A man in my position finds himself mixed up with all sorts.
And then what?
Rapota and I had been living off stale crusts for a month, so I wasn't going to turn down the chance of work, honest or otherwise. We rode to Sasau and met with the recruiters. It didn't take long to realize I was a nobleman fallen on hard times, not some common peasant.
Can you get to the point?
Well, they introduced me to this Eric, and he told me what was needed. They set up the workshop, got the men, the supplies, everything.
Oh, dia ni kayak manager.
This highly placed person at the monastery. What can you tell me about him?
I've no idea who he is, only that he's no small fry. After all, he handles the exchange of the forgeries in Passau.
I see. Is there anything else at all you can tell me about him?
No, he was supposed to supply me with materials too, but he backed out. Eric said he probably got cold feet.
That'll do me for the moment.
Will you put in a word for me with Sir Radzig? I'll swear allegiance to him if he'll have me. I'm sick of being a renegade.
I can try, but I can't promise you anything.
Kita ngomong sama Sir Radzig dulu ya, biar dia dapat apa ya, hukuman rendah lah. Misalnya itu kan mungkin dia dihukum mati tuh karena korupsi gitu guys, apa memalsukan uang guys. Nah mungkin diinginkan jadi penjara 12 tahun. Ada rata ini kenanya nggak dulu ya, sebenarnya sih nggak penting ya guys. Armornya nggak kepake ya guys masalahnya. Nah itu syarat di atas.
What the? Hey, what the hell do you think you're doing? If you don't clear up quick, it'll be the worst of you. So what have you learned?
All sorts of things.
There's some foreigner called Eric behind the counterfeiting ring, and someone highly placed at the monastery.
The monastery? Really? God.
That's what Jezek claimed.
So it's worse than I thought. If this is true, we'll have to proceed with the utmost caution.
Why? Can't we just go to the monastery to investigate?
No. If the church is truly involved, I have no authority.
So what will you do?
I'll have to think about it. It won't be an easy nut to crack. I'll have to consult with Hanush. And what of this Eric? Who is he?
I don't know, but he's recruiting armed men in Sasau and forming an army.
Damn. So it looks like Pribyslavitz wasn't the end of it.
It most certainly wasn't, sir. And what's more, Sir Jezek is convinced this Eric is only a go-between, and there's someone bigger behind him.
You should return to Sasau and take a closer look at those recruiters. If they're going to attack, we must find out sooner than last time.
It might not be as straightforward as that. Sir Jezek didn't know them and has no idea how to find them.
You'll have to manage somehow, my lad. Don't tell me there's an armed force amassing here and nobody knows anything. Go to Sasau and try to find them.
I'm not sure where to start, sir.
Then ask around the alehouses and inns, or at the Rathaus. Someone must have heard something. These things can't be entirely kept in the dark. Whatever you do, be careful, Henry. And best not mention my name. It would attract unwelcome attention. What we want is for the crimps to take
mulai
you
sekarang
for
kita
just
jangan
another
pakai
village lad they can
namanya
lure into
Rajiv
their
lagi ya.
gang.
All right, sir. I'll try to blend in as best I can.
I know I'm asking a lot of you, but I know of no one else who could help as much as you can now.
As you command, sir.
God bless you. God be with you.
Ya, dong.
Mother of God.
Orang tuh. Bodo amat lah anjing, yang penting quest kita berjalan ya. Kaki patah. Cara agar darah kita penuh lagi adalah kita meminum Lazarus Potion.
Ya.
Ini kita jalan minum ya guys. Kita bakal kesini dulu. Kita tahu apa turunnya masih ada guys. Kalau masih ada kan belum mainin.
Ya.
Kayaknya udah kelar sih. Nih, turunnya nih.
Hey, you've no business here.
Di bawah berarti. Ada yang buka nih. Itu kok lock picking sih?
Hey, what are you doing here? Clear off quick or I'll throw you out. Can you hear me? What are you doing here?
Weh, masa lagi dia nih? Udahlah, gak penting.
Ya.
Gak bisa turunnya udah ditutup. Kalau gitu kita beli potion dulu ya. Atau bikin lah beberapa. Karena lumayan cuy potion cuy. Buat isi darah. Tapi kayaknya sudah tutup juga nih
Ya.
orangnya. Oh masih buka.
Good day to you.
Karena aku orang kaya guys, kita bakal beli naik hawknya untuk melihat malam saja. Ini bagus juga nih buatan City. Operator dulu nggak penting. Ini penting nih kalau kita ketidur ngantuk disuruh itu. Powerful stamina potion to improve endurance. Your stamina is increased by 50% for 10 minutes. Ini juga nambah energi dan nambah stamina juga, ini bagus. Ini bow nggak usah. Increase the strength. Tapi di waktu yang sama defense berkurang, ini bagus. Energi juga nambah. Kenapa aku cari energi guys? Energi itu fungsinya guys biar kita nggak ngantuk guys. Tanpa tidur kita bisa ngomong selama mungkin gitu. Ini speak nggak penting sebenarnya, tapi karena ada energi-energinya guys. Ini defense bell strike-nya ini defense-nya bertambah guys dengan kita, serangan musuhnya yang berkurang ke kita. Dan aku nggak tahu ya ini sebenarnya potionnya bisa dikombinasi atau enggak, bisa ditumpuk atau enggak, aku nggak tahu guys, belum pernah nyoba juga. Kalau lu lebay ini nih untuk musuh aja nih, biar energi musuh itu langsung hilang. Ini bagus buat bow. Kalau kita pakai bow, misalnya kita pakai panah, musuhnya kita panah gitu kan, arrow-nya kan ada lebay motion kan, nancep ke musuhnya itu langsung tidur. Nah itu juga musuhnya gitu guys. Tapi di sisi lain sebenarnya kita bisa beli semua barang ini guys. Sebenarnya kita udah keberatan guys, cuma nggak apa-apa, kita simpan aja guys. Dan film stream nih untuk baca-baca. Kita beli karena kita keberatan ya guys, jadi kita nggak bisa bawa banyak, nggak bisa lari. Dan di kuda kita ini banyak banget nih. Ini bisa kita move ke inventory semua nih. Nah, di sini kita bisa bikin yang bagus-bagus guys. Kita bisa bikin banyak potionnya. Prepare ini ya, kita butuh wine. Kita jadi off-taker dulu guys. Kita butuh wine, kita butuh novel sage-nya 2, wood-nya 1, jadi kita grind wormwood-nya dulu. Ini 1 ya. Ini kita grind dulu. Kita guys, gerus dulu guys. Kita gerus. Setelah kita gerus, kita masukkan ke dalam panci. Setelah kita masukkan ke dalam panci, kita panaskan hingga air mendidih selama 2 kali. Perhitungan kita menggunakan gelas pasir ini ya guys, 1 kali atau 2 kalinya. Nah, setelah gelasnya mati, kita nyalain lagi, kita panasin lagi sampai mendidih guys. Udah 2 kali, kita tunggu lagi guys sampai dia dingin guys, sampai kira-kira gelembung-gelembung dari air panas ini hilang guys. Setelah menghilang, oh maaf guys, sepertinya kita mengalami kesalahannya guys. reset guys, kita salah guys, kita ulang repairnya. Sorry guys, kita butuh wine, maaf. Pertama kita masukkan wine ke panci. Kemudian kita grind gerus ini kayu manis ini. Aku nggak tahu itu apa ya, anggaplah kayu manis. Namanya wood soalnya. Wood panas, wood hangat ini bahan ini kita masukkan ke panci yang sudah ada wine-nya. Kemudian kita tambahkan 2 sage ke dalam panci. Oke. Enggak guys, salah lagi guys. Goblok kali ya. Aku nggak baca jelas-jelas guys. Jadi yang duluan tuh ini wine. Ini wine nih. Ini gara-gara ada grind the wormwood nih, nah gitu yang bikin salah tuh. Pertama masukkan sage dulu 2. Sagenya 2 guys. Kita masukkan sage 2, kita panaskan sampai mendidih. Dan kita tunggu 2 kali. Buat prosesnya habis. Kita masukkan ke dalam panci. Setelah kita masukkan ke dalam panci, kita akan menambahkan jamur ini. Setelah jamur dimasukkan, hasilnya sudah jadi guys. Tinggal kita destilasa. Destilasa kayak tahu gitu. Emang itu destilasa bang? Itu kan tulisnya still doang. Masuk ke gue lah. Oke, thank you. Sekarang kita dapat potionnya. Tuh, you broke. Nah, setelah kita bisa auto. Nah, ayo ini. Kita naik level dulu guys. Alchemisnya. Enggak. Potion you grow is a potion of the weapon remain on the blade longer. You can make some. Enggak ngapain. Hacker selling price. Ini males. Enggak males aku. Oh ini bisa di stack nih, which mean you can bring more of them and more often. Ini bisa di stack tapi potionnya bakal berkurang, kegunaannya bakal berkurang 30%. Venom split dah. bakal bikin ramuan yang lain ya guys. Bensin udah, batok itu udah nih, nggak usah, enggak. Cokreal nih tuh. He was paling in the road because journey let him drink potion restore his energy. Ini untuk restore energi ini juga bagus. Kita akan masukkan spiritus. Kita masukkan spiritus dulu yang pertama, kemudian kita akan grind mine, kita akan gerus set. Kita akan gerus. Setelah kita gerus, masukkan ke dalam panci setelah kita gerus ya. Kita akan gerus ini, masukkan ke panci. Kemudian kita panaskan dengan suhu yang lumayan tinggi sampai sebelumnya satu putaran dari gelas air. Setelah itu kita masukkan valerian ke dalam panci. Kemudian kita panaskan lagi. Ini 2 putaran ya guys. Ini dilakukan 2 kali panaskan. Kemudian didestilasa. Kemudian panaskan sebentar. Dan jadi. Tada. Cokre. Fungsinya agar kita tidur. Agar kita tidak harus tidur. Aku butuh itu banyak-banyak karena males banget bertidur. Karena begadang itu lebih bagus. Teng tereng. Oh ini rutin 2 biar gue dapat bonus ya guys. Udah banyak ya. Inventory kita kebanyakan guys, tapi jangan takut kalau inventory kebanyakan karena ini bisa kita pindah ke kuda. Bisa pindah ke kuda. Tadi ada yang nggak sengaja aku pindah deh. Oh enggak ya. Oh ini. Kita belajar di tengah malam, guys. Kata ibu saya, belajar di tengah malam itu baik, guys. Biar kita pagi juga langsung lupa. Oh, udah tutup dia. Malam soalnya. Kita udah nggak usah tidur lagi, guys. Kita punya posisi itu udah mau kayak apapun ya sesuai kita, guys. Ini quest nih, Necronomicon nih. Ini sih quest item, cu. Ini apa? Bahasa Arab, cuy. Ngaji. Di dunia ini ternyata ada buku. Ini bukan Al-Quran kan? What the fuck is this, bro? Aku nggak bisa baca, guys. Aku minus, guys. Dokumen. Oke. Ini bisa dibuka. Oh, nggak bisa. Cuma satu halaman doang. 2 halaman lah itu hitungannya. Ini ya hunting ini sebenarnya nggak perlu, guys. Ini deh. Kamu punya cara biar dapat anak panah yang banyak, guys.
Ya.
Kamu tahu nggak cara dapat anak panah yang banyak gimana, guys? Nih, ikutin dulu, guys. Ini tips and trick buat kalian yang main Kingdom Come. Wah, panah aku yang bagus abis. Tinggal hunting aja yang ada. Gimana ya cara panahnya dapat banyak? Yang pertama yang harus kalian lakukan adalah pergi ke tempat ini. Baru kita bantu pemilik rumah membuka kunci pintunya. Nah, kita bantu, guys. Setelah kita bantu, kita masuk ke sini, guys. Nah, kita bantu lagi buka pintu. Di lemari ini orang itu menyimpan barang-barang yang tidak dibutuhkan. Jadi kita bisa ambil dari sini, guys. Nah, wah, mau pakai senjata yang mana yang kuat? Anak panah yang mana yang kuat? Nah, ini ada yang namanya better piercing arrow. Kita bisa ngambil semuanya atau kita bisa ngambil 30 aja. Nah, yang mana kita butuhkan aja, guys. Setelah kita dapat, kita harus berterima kasih sama orangnya. Oh, nggak ada orangnya, guys. Gitu ya udah, guys. Ini orangnya di depan nih. Nah, tuh. Ya guys. Kita keluar dari pintu yang berbeda, jangan sama. Kalau sama nanti dia kaget. Gitu itu guys, cara mendapatkan
Ya.
tahu yang banyak tanpa takut kehabisan. Oke, kita kesini dulu ya. Jeng 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 jeng. Jeng 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 jeng. Aku simpan dulu dah, ntar perlu yang nggak pakai. Ada beberapa tuh yang nggak berguna tuh, kayak tracer ini sebenarnya buat apa ya? Ini juga nih, ini simpan, ini simpan. Small golden nih, ini juga simpan, oke ini simpan. Kamera ini nggak penting guys. Kita ke sasau dulu ya. Kita ke sasau, ayo kita ke sasau. Ini udah berapa jam guys? Oh udah 2 jam lebih guys. Ngebak. Oh belum buka. Baru udah pagi loh.
Ya. Ya.
Jadi dia cuma tempat nongkrong.
I am at yours. May the Lord watch over you.
Have you noticed anything
And what's your idea of
Have you heard of anyone looking to hire some rough men?
mercenaries, you mean?
Yes.
There were some fellows conspiring here in the corner twice a week, and others coming and going. They didn't look entirely respectable, but they never made any trouble.
Where do you think they might be meeting now?
How should I know? I'm an honest innkeeper, not a man-at-arms. They could be meeting at another inn. They could be meeting in the woods by the light of the moon, for all I know.
Okay.
Is there any way I'll recognize them?
Unquenchable thirst. They drank like fish. They were rough-looking too, big-bearded and scruffy. Aside from that, they mostly kept to themselves.
Okay.
That's not much help. What did they do while they were waiting for someone?
They drank. And they played dice. I do remember there were always dice on the table.
So they were fond of dice, were they? And where would you find a game around here?
Anywhere there's dice and usually drink.
That's all you need for a game. Although it dawns on me now, I never saw Simon with those men, oddly enough. He's got a nose for drunken dice players with a coin to lose.
Simon who?
Why, the young miller. He runs Catzick Mill. Neighbours are always slandering him for trafficking, but who knows? Maybe he just has a knack for business.
Thank you for the help.
Not at all.
Good luck to you.
Udah, kok optionnya hilang? Jadi ini doang. Aku ngomong itu. Option nggak perlu ngomong sama orang yang gitu.
I'm honored.
Dah. Oke ya guys. Gua lapar guys, pengen makan guys. Jadi ya kita udahan aja ya guys. Tapi bukan mau makan sih. Gua pengen mandi. Belum mandi gitu. Jadi thank you guys. Buat yang udah nonton, thank you buat Kurai Tanuki. Udah nonton dan udah subscribe karena gua tahu ini subscriber only yang buat bisa chat. Jadi thank you buat semuanya yang udah nonton, thank you yang buat like-nya juga. Thank you juga buat yang misalnya ada yang nonton reply, and see you in the next time. Mungkin nanti malam atau bisa besok pagi. Jadi see you, bye bye. I love. What the hell?